Classically Dad. Welcome to the channel. Thomas Cole was born in 1801 in Bolton, Lancashire in northwestern England. His family immigrated to the United States when he was 17 years old. Cole was a writer, poet, and architect, but he was known primarily for painting landscape depicting nature with a spiritual mood. Later in life, Thomas was hired to teach two students, and this teaching relationship was the inception for the Hudson River Art School in New York. In 1836, Cole married Maria Bartow, and they had 5 children together. Thomas Cole died in 1848 of pneumonia. He was 47 years old. From his teenage years on, Cole's trade was as a painter. He would create commissioned works of art for wealthy clients he met while traveling through his multiple European trips. Cole would hike the northeastern part of the United States, sketching landscapes as he explored. He later developed these sketches into painted masterpieces with the lonely, mysterious Hudson River Valley and the North American forest as the subject of his art. Many of Cole's paintings developed from inspiration gained from growing up in and traveling through Europe, and also reverence he had for the Catskill Wilderness, the same wilderness that inspired Teddy Roosevelt. Cole's perspective was also influenced by observing the destructive results of the industrial development on beautiful landscapes of the Catskills. Cole did occasionally paint people in his art, but they were rarely the primary focus of the painting. The human form was of lesser importance, with the real star being nature. The Oxbow. The Oxbow depicts the view from Mount Holyoke, Northampton, Massachusetts, looking down on the Connecticut River Valley after a thunderstorm. It is clear to see that Cole used a diagonal line from the top left corner of the painting to the bottom right. The left side of the painting portrays the wild, untamed nature untouched by man. Ominous storm clouds in the distance and the snapped tree trunk elicit the feeling of excitement and intrigue, but also demand fear and respect for the unbridled power of nature. If you take time to examine the details on the left side of the painting, you'll notice a self-portrait of Thomas Cole in the middle of this savage land, painting this very work of art. The right side of the painting is starkly different. The storm is past, and behind it is an undamaged landscape. Although this was formerly wild and untamed, now humans have conquered the land. It is orderly, structured, and peaceful. Take a moment to identify boats, farms, and homes with smoke coming from the chimneys. Observe the hill in the background and notice the marks. Scholars believe these etchings are letters spelling El Shaddai, or God with us in Hebrew. There is some dispute on Cole's meaning of the Oxbow. The Louisiana Purchase was signed in 1803, and when the Oxbow was complete, the debate over Western expansion bullied the political discussion. Is the peaceful, organized right side of the painting a defense of manifest destiny, that it was God's will for America to expand? Or does the painting contrast a wild, exciting, natural terrain on the left with a dull, uninteresting, civilized area in order to give an argument against America's domination of the natural land? A third interpretation is that Cole is using his art to make the observer ponder by giving both points of view simultaneously. Do you agree with any of these explanations? What point do you think Cole is trying to make? The Oxbow can currently be viewed in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, and 7 million people every year stand in front of the 6-foot oil painting with their opportunity to interpret for themselves. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It's so nice when you share. Thanks for visiting. Classically Dad.